welcome back to another video. I posted this setup on my social media the other day and had quite a lot of really good feedback on it. So I decided to do a tutorial of the effect on those that are all done with gel polish. So this is another gel polish tutorial. I will get some acrylic ones in, I promise. I'm going to go through each of those 5 different effects. I was just kind of learning as I went myself. I'm pretty sure that I'm not the first person to do this, but this is just my way of doing it. So I'm just using my display tips as usual, blue tacked onto a cuticle pusher. If you hear anything round in the background, that will be my dog and my sister's dog, which are deciding to be really naughty sausage dogs today, so they might be a bit noisy. Anyway, popping on with super white from Wow Bao. All my products are Wow Bao as per usual. Doing 2 coats of that as a base and curing those fully. So I've got Wow Orange, Wow Yellow and Wow Pink from the Summer Collection gel polishes, and base coat. And basically this entire effect is layering up base coat with gel polish as a blooming gel. So once you've got your white base cured on, don't remove the tacky layer or anything like that. Pop on a coat of your base coat and you're just going to use it like a blooming gel, but you're going to cure in between and layer them up. So if you're putting these over acrylics, I would say make the acrylic base fairly thin. These layers don't need to be particularly thick. Some of mine are thicker, and I'll show you a few little bits and pieces that I do just to try and thin them down a little bit. I just went in there with the Wow Yellow and created like a little swirl, and if you let it sit, it starts to dissipate around the edges and you get like a smoky effect. I find that base coat runs more than blooming gel, but you can make the base coat thinner, which makes it dissipate less. So I've given that a full cure, and you could see that there were some little ridges and divots and stuff, and layering up the base coat actually takes all of that out. So I'm going in with another layer of the base coat, and I'm now going to use the Wow Orange, and to keep that beautiful yellow around the edges, what I'm doing here and what I did on those nails was just do that wiggly line but thinner, so you get like a graduation of colour. You can use the darkest colour first and build up to lighter colours like I'm going to on some other sets that I'm going to show you, and I will speed through those. I've left this one a little bit more in real time just to show you. But yeah, I mean, I'm using also the brush from the gel polish. You can put these onto a palette and use a liner brush or a gel brush. It's really your preference. I've gone in there again and cured it fully. And this is another coat, so I'm going in with the base gel again. I'm sure you get the point by now. I really don't have to keep telling you how to do this, but I will go through it little bit by little bit. And then I'm using pink, Wow Pink, which is such an incredibly bright pink, as you can see. So beautiful. I'm not even really a pinky girl, but I really do like this one. It absolutely screams summer as well, which is really cool. So if you just watch that bit in the top right corner of the nail where the cuticle would be, and you can see it starting to blur and dissipate and go a bit smoky around the edges, which is really beautiful. So grab that, give that a cure. You can see some of the rivets and divots and like channels that it makes where the colour and the base coat mix together. Now, one of the things that I will say is, obviously if you're using the brush from the gel polish, just sort of plop the colour. Look at me, look, just hitting the camera every time, amazing. Just plop in the camera, just ignore, right, anyway, using the brush on there, sometimes you'll mix the colour with the base coat. So what you want to do really is just pop the colour, not the camera, on there and kind of float it around, so you're not really dragging the brush through the base coat as the blooming gel, because then you'll pop that back in your colour and that will all mix up and that won't be amazing. That's another good reason for using a liner brush, I suppose, as well. So yeah, there we go. So that's kind of how it all pans out. You do need to give that a really full cure as well. As you turn it, you can see that there are some thicker areas where I've layered that up, especially on the left hand side. You can see like there's a bulge. What you can do is use another layer of base coat and just cure it, take off the sticky layer and then buff that. So you've got a much flatter surface before you top coat, or you can do that with top coat as well. So top coat it, cure it, and then buff that little bump. There it is. Look, I'm just pointing that out. So you've got a much straighter edge, but that lump is because I've got like 4 or 5 different coats of colour on there with all of the other colours in between. So I've sent that off to cure. And I'll show you at the end how that comes out if you can't remember from the beginning. This is just slightly different. So rather than having a base colour, we are just using a glitter instead. You could use acrylic glitter, you could build the nail out of acrylic glitter, anything really. And again, I've sped this up. It's the same technique, just different colours. This is going to be all pastels. So that's got 2 coats of the glitter gel polish on. I've floated the base coat on as a blooming gel, popped some pom-pom on, giving it a cure. Back in with the base coat. And then I'm going to use 117, which is Sassy. Sassy is a beautiful pale purple colour. Those colours go together so beautifully, and you could even mix them, like you could pop 2 colours into one lot of base gel as blooming and kind of swirl them with a brush on the nail before they become smoky together, rather than layering them up. I really love this layered effect, so all of them I've done with a layered effect. I've then gone in with Forget Me Not, which is really beautiful blue. You could use Poolside, which is another really lovely blue as well. So what I'm going to show you here, I think, is where it's sort of gone lumpy at the edge. No, maybe not. Okay, it's been a while since I filmed this, at least a couple of days. Memory's not that good. So the next one is Sweet Lust, which is a really pretty pink. You can use this as a cover colour as well, especially in the powder. It's really beautiful. So there we go. And then where it's gone a bit lumpy towards the edges, I think I do wiped. Yeah, you see, you can just see it's gone a bit lumpy. So with a glove, do not do this with your hands. Obviously you don't want to get any product on your skin. You can wipe down the edges, and that sort of pulls it along the edge with your final colour. And just neatens the edges up as well. But I wanted to get in really close because this doesn't pick up at the end what a beautiful effect that is with the pastel colours. It's kind of like pastel clouds, and I don't know, just it's all unicorny, that, isn't it? With the glitter underneath as well. I kind of wanted to put more glitter over the top, but perhaps if you did a set of those, you could add some crystals. That would look really beautiful. Okay, so the next design is basically the same thing again. I'm using Ambition gel polish, which is available in acrylic as well from Wow Bao range. Then cured those fully, back in with the base coat. Don't cure the base coat, go in with Forest. Now watch this. So Forest over Ambition, or any goldy glitter, or even silver. Do you know what? I reckon any glitter. Look at it. So I've taken down that edge with my gloved finger, but as you add more coats on of different colours, you will cover that. So it's just kind of, as I've worked along, I've noticed that taking off that edge each time takes down the bulk. So I'm going in with Jade now, which is a really rich, vibrant green, which is stunning. Stunning. Look at that. That is such a lovely effect, and I am blown away by it. Then Aquarium, so back in with base coat, me knocking the camera again because I'm a total professional, obviously. And then I kind of just, fart about with it a bit. And something else that you get as well when you mess it around on the nail with that base coat, and that's it cured, but something else you get is where it mixes with the clear, it gives you a kind of textured effect as well as the depth through the different layers, where you're putting these on top of each other rather than mixing them on the nail or mixing them on a palette or popping them on a palette and putting them on together like the gel marbling technique, which I have got a video coming for as well, so keep an eye out for that. It gives you layers and texture and depth. It's really such an intricate technique that's so easy and quick, and I really don't think many people would have a full set of these, so you're looking at probably just a feature nail, and you could do one side and they could have the hands in the lamp while you're doing the other side. Pretty quick and easy. So I did this matte, and I do like it matte, but then I decided actually I really just like shiny glitter because I'm a bit of a magpie, but I do really like the matte effect. It does look really interesting, smoky and not shiny, and I always think that matte glitter looks really stunning as well. However, I'm not really a matte girl, I'm a shiny girl. So I've given you a bit of top coat porn to go on with. If I can get the camera to focus, there we go. Ready, and I've put it in slow-mo. This is not just any glitter top coat porn. This is wow. Anyway, really slowed that down. Look, beautiful. There we go. But how much different does that look from matte to shiny? And that's the beauty as well, that I get clients that go, I really want matte nails, and you go, you don't want matte nails because you'll hate them, you really like shiny, and they go, no, I want matte. So you go, okay, I'll do the matte, and you do the matte, and they go, I hate it, so you just put shiny over the top. Bada bing, easy peasy. There we go, look at that with the shine on it, and the shiny top coat is just mega glossy, crazy. There we go, so that will be cured, and that will be a little close-up for you, but I absolutely love that effect. I love the green over the top, and what I did find is that if you do a really thin coat of forest over that gold glitter, it's like it turns it into like a green glitter, which is amazing. It's like a jelly. Very cool, very cool. Right, so I've done a black base, and I think I'll show you the bottle in a minute, just in case you didn't know what black was. Because I'm good like that. I'm good to you. Look, where is it? Look. Black. Right, I'm going to use lipstick, which is a really yummy orangey red. And what I'm doing is I'm just doing like a random thing, but where it was a bit thicker at the bottom, I've just pulled it down. Not to make a pattern, particularly, just to thin it out so it wasn't like a big glob. And then the rest of this should be fairly quick. Wow, orange is the next one, and then I'm doing a little layer, pulling that down, so just thinning it out a bit. But those brush strokes actually look pretty cool. As I was going back through this video, I was like, oh, nice. Right, wow, yellow, 1, 4, 3. Can anybody guess what I'm making? Anybody? Put it in the comments below. Green, wow, green. And each time you go in with your base coat, on with your colour, let it spread and do its thing a little bit, wipe off your edges, give him a cure. Beautiful. Can you focus? Right, lovely. Wow, blue. I promise it will all be over soon, this video, and I will stop talking then. These colours do look a bit lush though, don't they? Can you hear the sausages? Barking sausages. Naughty boys. Who's guessed what we're making? Anybody? It's a gel polish smoky rainbow. And I thought it was going to be thinner than this actually, so that's why I did it on the black background, but now it just looks a bit odd. This was just kind of a play for me really though, to be totally honest. And it came out really pretty. And I do like that it's kind of like a smoky tie-dye rainbow. And look, I've got all excited about the matte top coat again, so I've done this one matte, and I left this one matte because I couldn't have two failed matte nails in one video. However, this is it matte, and I've got to say, although it looks a bit like tie-dye, I wasn't as keen, but I didn't put it back, so there we go. That one was a bit of a fail, but you could see what I was trying to do. Anyway, the last one, I had an idea, crazy idea halfway through recording for the video, so I've done it anyway. That base is called Night Sky, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. We do this in acrylic as well. It is black, with tiny little holographic pieces of glitter in, which just make my heart really, really happy. And if you don't have it, go and buy it because it's amazing. I just thought, do you know what would look amazing with this technique? A fire and flames and stuff. So what I've done there is just 2 coats of Night Sky. This is, I haven't got a fancy dish in this video, which is really sad because I'm not using any acrylic. So I've got my fancy palette made by Sasha. This is a little bit of lipstick, a little bit of Wow Orange, a little bit of Wow Yellow, and I think a bit of white, super duper white, which is really, really white, and the Wow Bow 9mm liner brush, which I'm going to show you in case you don't know what a brush looks like. I'm good like that. There you go. I feel a bit obliged to show you every single thing I'm using in these tutorials, you know. So I've already put my base coat on as a bloomin' gel, and then I'm just going to do like some swirly fire. Look at that. Fire! And I decided actually it'd be probably better if I go up rather than trying to go down. There we go, look at that. Beautiful. Fire. Fire! And then I don't want to cover the bottom of it with red because we're going to go over and we're going to have layers. But I want there to be enough red around the edges, and yeah, so I'm kind of, you can see I'm kind of pulling it out and spreading it out so we can kind of just layer up those flames. Give that a cure. Now move your gel polish away from your lamp while you're curing. I've taken some lint-free pads and I'm using the sanitizer spray from Wow Bow, which is an alcohol-based spray. I'm spraying my pads, and this is what I use to wipe off my brush with. Lots of people have different ways of cleaning their brushes. This is the way that I prefer to do it. You are welcome to find your own, and that's totally your prerogative, but I just have those pads on the side. So move your gels away while you're curing, otherwise you'll cure your gel on your palette. I don't need to tell you that. Somebody needed to tell me that because I've done it and I've ruined so many palettes because I'm an idiot. Anyway, there we go. So the next layer I'm going on with is that Wow Orange, and I'm mostly following the flames, but actually there are some slightly different parts with the flames because fire isn't uniform by any stretch, is it? Give that a cure. Get your hand round those if you don't take it away. Look at me, just leaving that palette there, look. Yeah, well done. Eventually, after 10 seconds of curing it on the palette. You fool. Right. Next is the yellow. see, we're just kind of doing our own thing at this point. There we go. I'm sort of putting some on, scraping some off, dragging it up a bit further, putting a bit more on, taking a bit off. Look, it's looking lush, and I'm thinking bonfire night and fireworks, and I'm thinking all my goth friends. Loads of different sets you could put these into, which I think they would look amazing, but fire in general is amazing. Then night sky behind it just makes it look really cool. I love night sky anyway. So I've left this bit in. I added too much white and I didn't like it. It got too white at the bottom and I feel like it had lost the fiery bit. So as much as I mucked it up, I left that bit in, and what I did was add a bit of orange, as you could see, and scrape some of the colour off, so you've always got those layers underneath. And I kind of didn't want to overdo it, so I sort of left it at that, but I really like that. Let me know if you like that. And you can see how quick and easy it was. Obviously I have sped it up, but it's not an intricate design. It's not sitting for an hour hand painting. It's kind of swirling them about. So these are those designs that I have just shown you. As you can see, that one with the rainbow I think did look better, shiny, but there you go. I really hope you have enjoyed this. Hope you've got something from it. Feel free to tag me on social media if you recreate or use any of these at all, or if you've got any other ideas for videos, let me know in the comments. Cheers for watching. See you next time. Bye.